Hello, hi, my name is Zoe. I am the Tipsy Psychic. Today I'm going to talk about the compatibility between a Scorpio Sagittarius Cusp and another Scorpio Sagittarius Cusp. You both are set on carrying each other to the finish line. But that doesn't mean that you easily sacrifice yourselves for the other. And you don't have to sacrifice who you are, but try to work on being more agreeable. You need to be able to at least hear them out. Can you meet each other in the middle? Because a Scorpio Sagittarius Cusp would be a great partner in crime for you. They root for you and they have your back when you cooperate. They're not the best sign for you to date, but they're not the worst sign either. It's really up to you to see this work out. Another Scorpio Sagittarius Cusp would of course match your energy, which is a plus because sometimes that's an issue for you in relationships. They could vibe with you. Ooh yeah. Living together would probably be a nightmare if you can't stop trying to one-up each other. Everything can feel like a contest. Your feelings can fester and turn into something intense after a while. You both know what it's like to feel strong emotions. And your relationship is a judgment-free zone. You don't judge each other for your feelings and reactions no matter how heavy they are. Neither one of you likes it when other people boss you around. Hello? I'm good. Yep. Can I call you later? Thank you. Bye. You both refuse to submit. Your love life is not a competition, so stop trying to best your Scorpio Sagittarius Cusp. You both would make great travel companions. You do well when taking a trip together. You both don't treat how you feel lightly, like it's a big deal. And you know when your emotions are the real deal. Maybe that's all the intense Scorpio energy. You both like to do things your own way. Fuck anyone who gets in the way. It's my way or the highway energy. Just make sure you treat each other like equals. Don't act like you deserve more than them. You both love to learn and explore. You love to ask questions, and it's pretty refreshing, actually. This relationship is fiery, and it's filled with desire. You refuse to settle, and you keep marching to the rhythm of your own drum. If you work together, this won't work. You have to keep your careers very separate. I mean, you can come home after work and talk about your day, like, honey, how was your day? But that's about it. Like, you have to have separate paths. You cannot mix business with pleasure if you want this to work. So you also got to plan a lot of vacations with your Scorpio Sagittarius Cusp. Like I said, travel is important to this couple. You know, it's really what keeps this alive. It keeps the spark going. It helps to have trips planned that you're looking forward to throughout the year. Actually, this relationship could work a lot better if you're both digital nomads, you know, where you don't really have a set home. Home is kind of wherever you make it, and you're traveling and you're doing your job, and yeah, I think that would be ideal actually for this couple. You both look past each other's sensitive sides. You know that your hearts can take you to some crazy places, and you each make mistakes. I mean, it's very loving in that way. And you might do your own thing, but it doesn't mean that you're not open and flexible and learning new experiences and, you know, evolving, because the Scorpio side of you is all about transformation, you know, and then the Sagittarius side is like exploration. So you kind of got both of those going on, each of you, and so it's still very important for you to kind of absorb new things and still be open despite having your own way of going about it. Friendships with another Scorpio Sagittarius Cusp can actually be really tricky because you lack the emotional side of things. You lack the love that is usually actually the glue that holds this together. Without that, it's not easy to keep this friendship going because it's really the feelings that are what really hold things together. And your dynamic is constantly evolving and changing. You both need to shake things up. And you're always welcoming an opportunity to start fresh. You like a blank slate. It kind of keeps you going, the idea that you can start fresh tomorrow or you can try something new. I mean, you might really like New Year's Eve because the next day, the new year, brand new goals, you know, it's like that. Being with each other can make you feel really insecure at times. Your connection is unstable. It's rocky, and sometimes it will feel like you're falling apart. And that is why living together can be a very volatile situation. You both might feel this need to fight, and you need to be on the same page about your expectations. As friends, you learn so much from each other, and you give each other wonderful advice. You share like this witty sense of humor that a lot of your other friends just couldn't keep up with. It can be so tempting to self-sabotage your relationship, especially when things are going too smoothly. Be careful of passive-aggressive behaviors when you live together. Sometimes your worst fights are the ones you can't see. They're the ones where you resent each other and you bottle things up, like the silent treatment or making little side comments and you're like, I'm sorry, what? And then you know that they said something, but they don't want to like explain it, and I don't know. It's like very dysfunctional in that way, the passive aggressive side. And marriage, of course, isn't usually a breeze either, because you both hate feeling tied down. You know, you're sexual beings. I think this is a big thing for Scorpio Sagittarius cusps, you know, especially, and two of them together, oh my god. Like, you may feel like your needs aren't being met, or you can't fully commit, you know, and one of you isn't all the way in it, and so you both kind of want to be in it, but you're also like, I don't know. It's kind of confusing. You know, Scorpio Sagittarius has to be really committed in order to really stay in a relationship. I'm not saying they're all cheaters or whatever, but they also like, they have to choose to be with you every single day, you know? And so when there's two of those going on, it's like, all right, you have to be really ready. You both can be pretty hypocritical, and you think the same way, you know. You usually share the same thought process. It's interesting how reluctant you both are to open up about your sexual escapades with each other, even though they are so important for you to succeed as a couple. This is a couple that has sex, but doesn't necessarily like sit around and talk about sex together. They just kind of do it, you know? You both are pretty set on being with each other. When you decide you're going to be with each other, in fact, you can get kind of possessive. So it's kind of this back and forth thing. Yet deep down, you have trouble staying. Commitment is really hard for this couple. You might start a lot of commitments together, like you'll start a lot of projects or activities together, but you have trouble seeing it through. You have trouble finishing them. You'll jump into things, but then closing the deal is hard, no matter how willing you are to try. Two Scorpio Sagittarius cusps don't tend to just jump into a relationship together. When they do, they actually take a while to feel close enough and warm up to each other. You might feel like they're supposed to be committed to you, but you kind of still tiptoe around each other. It's like your love kind of sneaks up on you. And neither one of you wants to submit or go out of their way for the other. You know, you're equals in that way, where you kind of naturally have these dominant tendencies in relationships a lot of the time. And so when both of you are like that and no one wants to like take a step back, right? And it can clash. It can cause you to go head to head. It can cause a competitiveness sometimes, or maybe you like feel like you need to one up each other. And so it's hard because there is this weird dynamic in that way. This energy, your energies are so similar and they can just, you know? And you both don't give up easily on your relationship. So even if things are going downhill, you're not like gonna just walk away, even though you probably should sometimes, because you can be self-serving. You know, you're still getting something out of it, and as long as you're getting something out of it, that's enough. You learn so much from your experiences as a couple, and possessive tendencies can sometimes overshadow that. It's easy to clash with the Scorpio Sagittarius cusp, no matter how determined you are to make this work. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know not all of that was positive, but I also feel like it was a really important video to make because a lot of people have asked me about this one. Like, I've gotten a lot of requests for Scorpio Sagittarius Cusp with another Scorpio Sagittarius Cusp, and there's a reason for that, you know? It's not uncommon, but it's also an interesting dynamic. It's really interesting, and there's a lot of hypocrisy going on, but there is still this commitment side to it. So it's interesting, but it's not easy. Please subscribe to my channel, comment below, and bye!